This will be short overview on formulas and functions. Go through entire video, maybe you will pick up some details that you didn't know before, and in the end you will find a link for a free workbook with multiple examples so that you can practice your skills. So, let's jump in. First thing is to understand our cells and cell ranges. Name of the cell is compiled of the column letter, and the row number, this is B2, C4 and D5. Cell ranges are named by the top left cell and bottom right cell, as you can see here. This is range F5 to F12, and this is range H5 to J12. Next are operators. And these are some basic operators you will use in Excel. Equal, plus, minus, multiplication and so on. Now to see some basic formulas. All formulas start with equal, and that is the sign to Excel that he need to calculate whatever you put in after the equal sign, and then, to display the result in the same cell. So, normally you will not see the formula if you don't activate the cell, so, let's check them. Double-click here. We have some basic math calculation here, and when I press enter, Excel will calculate. Here, you can see that we can reference another cell, and result of this formula will be whatever is in referenced cell. And, if we change data here, data in a cell with the formula will change too. You can also use it to calculate data from other cells, like here. You can write this manually, or you can just click on the cell, to choose it, like this, plus, and this cell, enter, and same result. And finally, we have a formula with a function. Functions in Excel are already programmed calculations, that are giving us result based on the arguments that we enter after the function, and these arguments need to be enclosed in brackets. On this sheet we have some basic Excel functions, math functions, sum and average, text functions, left and right, and so on. So, first math functions. We are going to calculate total sum of this numbers here. Equal, sum, open bracket, mark the range from where to sum the numbers, and enter. Now we will copy this formula to the right, and we have it. For the average numbers, equal, average, bracket, mark the range, enter, and copy down. These were some basic math functions. Now, to see how we can manipulate the text with formulas. Here, we want to have full name. To link this two text strings, we can use symbol ampersand. Start with equal, mark your first cell, then tell Excel to add one empty space, and after that, to add this other text string, enter and copy. We can also pull part of the text with functions. Here we want just this code. For this we will use function called left, and second argument is how much characters from the left to extract, enter. For this situation, we will use function called right. And we need 4 characters, enter, and it is done. Next, is working with dates. Some formulas don't need any arguments, like this one, called today. Enter, and Excel is displaying today's date. You can also do basic calculations with dates. Here, we want to check difference between these two dates. Equal, this, minus this, enter and we have it. Here, we want to award bonus only to full-time employees. We will use if function. Now, we will tell Excel to check if this cell is equal to full-time, and if it is, to give $500 bonus, and if it is not, then, no bonus. Enter, copy and result is here. X lookup, this is one of the most popular lookup functions. Equal, X lookup, and we want to find IDs for these employees. We can pull this numbers from another list. So, tell Excel to look for this value, comma, now we will go to our list, and to look here, comma, and when value is found, then to display the result from same row, but from this other column. Enter, copy and it is done. Now, how to copy formulas. Simply hover your mouse pointer over the bottom right corner, and when white cross become black cross, hold the left mouse button and pull in desired direction. You can also use normal copy-paste process. Copy this, and paste here, copy to the left and we have it. Now to calculate value in euros. Just multiply this cell, with this cell, enter, and here is the result, and now, just to copy it down. But now, our formula is not working. This is because cell references are relative to the formula. See here, as I copied formula down, cell references moved along with the formula. So, we can make this cell reference absolute by simply inserting $sign in front of the column letter, and row number, like this. Copy down, and now it is working. And, we are done in less than 5 minutes. Now to see some tips. If you want to find right formula for your problem, you can look them up here, in formula bar. There is around 500 functions built in Excel. Or, you can simply Google your function. How to sum numbers based on one criteria, and here is your answer. Next, you don't need to use capital letters, function names are not case sensitive. Next one is important. Pay attention to close all open brackets before hitting enter. But, there is an exception, and that is, if you have just one function in your formula, and you entered all mandatory arguments, just hit enter. Excel will add closing bracket automatically. Next, if you are using bigger or less than signs, in combination with equal, then put bigger or less than on the first place. And finally, all text characters in formulas need to be inside quotations. And in the end, as promised, link for the free practice file, where you will find much more examples to practice on. Link is in the video description. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and also watch out for the new tutorials.